For Monte Alto, number 1, G. Villarreal. Number 2, A. Cordova. Number 3, E. Gomez. Number 20, L. Estevanes, my apologies. Number 12, A. Tovar. Number 13, J. Morales. Number 6, C. Molina. Number 4, M. Perez. Number 14, L. Acosta. Number 22, W. Cisneros. Number 5, N. Teran. And number 7, M. Gonzalez. And for the Falfurrias Bells, we have number 1, Audrina Trevino. Number 3, Caitlin Mireles. Number 13, Simplicity Chapa. Number 19, Haley Menchaca. Number 11, Eva Hernandez. Number 6, Kylie Cisneros. Number 4, Isabella Cantu. Number 2, Kayleen Sanchez. Number 9, Isabella Cervantes. Number 7, Bree Rostro. Number 12, Aliyah Ramirez. Can everyone please stand for the national anthem?
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in live to this broadcast tonight between softball night here at Falfurrias Bells Field, where we had the visiting Monte Alto Lady Devils versus Falfurrias Fighting Bells. So you just heard the introductions and our national anthem, and just want to make a note that we do not own the rights to any music or sounds effects being played for tonight's game. District matchup between these two teams. As we have right now our Bells warming up They will be on defense. Monte Alto will get the first at bat. Well, I'd like to thank you all for tuning in. And also just a reminder that at around 7 o'clock we will also be broadcasting our Falfurrias Fighting Jersey baseball team. They will be taking on Donna Idea, also a district matchup right here. So it is looking like we're almost getting ready for the start of the first inning. Alrighty, here we go. Monte Alto will get the bat. First, Caitlin Mireles is our starting pitcher for this afternoon. Here's the first pitch. Pitch is outside. That is ball one. Alrighty, Mireles getting ready. Here's the next pitch. Oh, there's a hit up, and that ball will be foul. So that'll be strike one. The count will now go to 1 ball and 1 strike.
Foul ball.
Here are Monte Alto. Alrighty, here we go. Mireles getting ready. Here's the next pitch. The ball is low for ball 2, bringing the count now to 2 balls and 1 strike here on Monte Alto. Next pitch. Ball is low.
Ball 3.
That does bring the count now to 3 balls and 1 strike here on the Monte Alto batter. Mireles trying to find the strike zone here. Here's the pitch. And that ball is hit down the line, but that is a foul ball. Bringing the count now full to 3 balls and 2 strikes here. Alrighty, here we go. Mireles getting ready. Let's see what this next pitch will be. There's the windup, and there's the pitch. That ball is hit again. Another foul ball. The count will remain full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Mireles making this better from Monte Alto work here. Alrighty, here we go. Here's the pitch. And that ball is hit up to center field, and it is caught for the first out for the Bells in this inning.
Caught by center fielder Isabella Cervantes for out number 1.
So Isabella Cervantes with the credit for catching that pop up. That will be the first out of the top of the first inning. Here's the next batter for Monte Alto.
Up to Blue Devils, number 2, Cordova.
Alright, here's the pitch. Pitch is low, ball 1.
Inside for ball 1.
Mireles getting ready. Here's the windup. Here's the pitch. And the ball is low for ball 2. Almost hit the batter. Don't want to hit the batter. If you do, you reward them a base. So, got to be careful with those pitches there. Alrighty. Mireles with the windup. Here's the pitch. And that's in there, called for strike 1.
Strike 1.
Bringing the count now to 2 balls and 1 strike. Give a shout out to our FHS cheerleaders. You can hear them here. Here's the pitch. Ball's too high for ball 3. Bringing the count to 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out here in the top of the first inning. Here it is, Mireles. Getting ready, getting set. Wind up. Here's the pitch. And it's in there for strike 2. Bringing the count now to 3 balls and 2 strike. Full count here on the Monte Alto batter. Alrighty. Mireles getting ready. Catcher's also getting ready. Here's the pitch. Hit. Down. Foul ball right there.
Foul ball.
Your count will still remain full at 3 balls and 2 strikes here. 1 out here at the top of the first inning. Monte Alto at the bat. Bells need to get 2 more outs here to end the top of the first inning. Alrighty. Here's the pitch. There's a hit toward the first baseman. And it's time for out number 2. Out by number 19, Haley Menchaca.
Batting for the Blue Devils, number 3, E. Gomez.
Alrighty, that first pitch too high for ball 1.
Ball high for ball 1.
Alrighty, Bells just need 1 more out. Here's the pitch. Ball still high for ball number 2, bringing the count now to 2 balls and no strikes here on the batter. Mireles getting ready. Wind up. There's a pitch. Pitch is in there for strike 1.
Strike 1.
That brings the count now to 2 balls and 1 strike here. Alrighty, here we go. Mireles. Wind up. Pitch. Too high for ball 3.
Ball high for ball 3.
That now brings the count to 3 balls and 1 strike here. Don't want to lock the batter. Mireles is doing good with the first 2. Let's see if she can get out of this inning here. Wind up. There's a pitch. And unfortunately, Mireles loses the battle. There is a base runner there with a runner. Runner will advance to first base from Monte Alto. Alrighty, here we go. We have the next batter here for Monte Alto.
Up to bat for the Blue Devils, number 20, El Estebanes.
Mireles, here we go. Wind up this pitch. Too high for ball 1. There is a runner on first base for the Blue Devils, courtesy of a walk. Alrighty, Mireles, wind up with the pitch. Oh, and there's just pickoff. Will not. Runner is safe. Runner is safe at first. Alrighty. Here we go. Mireles, getting ready. As that looked like to be a ball, I believe.
Ball 3.
That will be ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes here in the batter. Mireles is close to giving up another walk. Here's the pitch. And unfortunately, the ball is too high. That will be ball 4. Batter will take the base.
Ball 4, runner will take her base. Batting for the Blue Devils, number 12, A. Tobai.
So, with 2 outs here in the top of the first inning, Monte Alto is threatening to get a run in. 2 outs. Bells just need one more out to get out of this inning. Here's the pitch. Too high.
Ball one.
That will be ball 1. Alrighty. Miras. Wind up. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike number 1. Brings the count now to 1 ball and 1 strike. Alright, here's the next pitch. Ball outside for ball 2. Bringing the count now to 2 balls and 1 strike here on the Monte Alto batter. Alright, Miras, get ready. Wind up. Here's the pitch. Too low. And it looks like there was catcher interference right there, so Bells were able to get the out. That is 3 outs here at the top of the first inning. Bells were able to get out of the inning. When we come back, our Bells will be batting up next. So we'll be right back. Alright, good for back here. Bells will be batting here at the bottom of the first inning. We have up to bat number 1, Adriana Trevino. Here's the pitch. Ball is high for ball 1. Count to 1 ball and no strikes here on Trevino. Alright, the next pitch. High for ball 2. That brings the count now to 2 balls and no strike. That pitch is low. Ball 3. Trevino will take her base. There is now a runner on base for our Bells. Brings up to the plate. Number 3, Caitlin Miguez. Here's the pitch. Ball's high. Trevino, she can steal. And she makes it in time. That's a good running, good steal right there by Adriana Trevino. Able to steal her base. Alright, let's see if the Bells can try to bring Trevino in. Alright, it counts 1-0. Here's the pitch. It is outside. That is ball 2. Ball 2 right there on Dallas. Dallas getting ready, getting their stance. Here we go. There's the pitch. And that's inside. In there for strike number 1. That'll now bring the count up 2 balls and 1 strike here on Dallas. Alright, here's the next pitch. That pitch is high. That is ball 3. Monte Alto pitcher is about to walk another batter. 3 balls, 1 strike here on Dallas. Alright, here's the pitch. Oh, and there's a swing and a miss right there by Mireles. Brings the count now at full at 3 balls and 2 strikes here. Alrighty, here's the pitch. And there's a swing and another miss by Mireles. That is strike 3. That will be out number 1 for the Lady Blue Devils. Alrighty. Rings up next to the plate. We have number 13, Simplicity Chapa. That pitch is high for ball number 1. I'd like to thank you viewers tuning in. This is Christian Arpedes reporting to you, coming to you live from the Falfurrias Bells softball field. Glad you're able to join us for Tuesday night softball. And there's a strike right there. Chapa now at 1 ball and 1 strike for the count. Let's see if Chapa can bring Trevino, who is at second base, in. Alrighty, here's the pitch. Oh, and there's a hit out to center field. Good hit right there by Chapa. As Trevino is rounding third, and she will come in to score. And Chapa goes to second base, and she is safe. Bringing the Bells on the board, 1-0.
Up to bat for the Bells, number 19, Haley Menchaca.
Brings up next to the plate, we have number 19, Haley Menchaca. First pitch, too high. As Chapa was threatening to steal, but she decides to go back to second base. Count is 1-0 on Menchaca. Here's the pitch. Ball is low. Uh-oh. And Chapa was almost in a rundown, but she was able to go to third, and she goes to home. Bringing your score now 2-0 in favor of the Bells. Now, let us see here if Menchaca can get on base to keep this momentum going for the Bells. 2 balls and no strike is the count. Here's the pitch. Oh, and there's a hit out toward left field. Good hit right there by Menchaca. As, Monte Alto's having trouble with the ball. Menchaca was able to go to second base. As Menchaca was able to see that Monte Alto was making a mistake, Menchaca took advantage and goes to second. Brings up next to the plate number 11, Ava Hernandez. So now let's see if Hernandez can bring in Menchaca. Alright, here's the pitch. Ball high for ball 1.
Ball high for ball 1.
Alrighty. Hernandez waiting on that first strike. Here's the pitch. And there it is. Called for strike 1. the pitch. And that ball is high for ball 2. Alrighty. Hernandez waiting for the pitch. Here it is. And that is a foul ball. That brings the count now to 2 balls and 2 strikes here on Hernandez. Hernandez has 1 more strike to play with. See if she can take advantage of it. Alrighty, the windup pitch, and that ball is high for ball 3.
Ball high for ball 3.
And Menchaca was able to steal her base. Menchaca now at third, threatening to score. Let's see if Hernandez can bring her in. Full count, 3-2. Here's the pitch. And that is low for ball 4. So Hernandez will take her base. And she's going out to second. And she will be safe at second.
Up back to the Bells, number 6, Kylie Cisneros.
Alrighty, bringing up next to the plate, we have number 6, Kylie Cisneros.
Strike 1.
Alrighty. There's the pitch. That's a foul ball. That will now bring the count to no balls and 2 strikes here on Cisneros. She has 1 more strike to work with. Let's see if she can take advantage of it. As we got 2 bells up, and there's a swing and a miss, but the ball does get away. Menchaca is able to score. Now, due to the fact that it was a swing and a miss, and the catcher was not able to get the ball, Cisneros is allowed to run to the base, and she's able to get to first base. Alrighty, 2 bells on the plate. Excuse me, 2 bells are on the bases. Up next, batting at the plate is number 4, Isabella Cantu. And Cisneros was able to steal to second base. Here we go. Here's the pitch. And that pitch is high for ball 1. Let's see if Cantu can bring in these 2. Go. Here's the pitch. There's a hit out towards the third baseman. No play was made, and number 11, Ava Hernandez, comes on bringing in a run for the Bells. That brings your score now 4-0 in favor of Bells.
Katie Sanchez.
As there's a hit right there by Sanchez. And everybody's safe. All bells are safe. That brings your score now to 5-0 in favor of the Bells. Here now is Cervantes. Ball is low. Isabella Cervantes is your batter. Brings the count to 1 ball. Next pitch, high for ball 2. And our Bell runner that was at first base steals to second. As there's a hit out there, right there towards center field. 2 runners will come in for the Bells. Cervantes able to hit the ball and brings in 2 runners. Brings your score now 7-0 in favor of the Bells. Bells looking good with hitting here. We're now back at the top of the lineup for the Bells. Going back now to number 1, Adriana Trevino. Here's the pitch. Ball is high. Cervantes will steal to second base.
Ball 1.
Alrighty, here's the next pitch for Trevino. That ball is high. That'll be ball 2. Alright, here's the next pitch. Ball's low.
Ball low.
That will be ball 3. Brings the count now to 3 balls and no strikes here for Trevino. Wind up, here's the pitch. There's a swing and a miss for strike 1. Brings the count now to 3 balls and 1 strike here. Trevino has 2 strikes to work with. Let's see if she can take advantage. Wind up, here's the pitch. That ball is high for ball 4. So Trevino will take her base. Bring out next to the bat for the Bells is number 3, Caitlin Mireles.
Up to bat for the Bells, number 3, Caitlin Mireles.
Alrighty, here is the pitch. That ball is high for ball 1. Alrighty, here will be the next pitch. As the ball is high for ball 2.
Ball high for ball 2.
Brings the count now to 2 balls and no strike. Here on Mireles. Ball's low. And Cervantes will steal third. She is safe. And Trevino will steal to second. Bells are playing excellent here in the bottom of the first inning. Alrighty, it looks like Monte Alto took a little time right there. 7-0 is your score here at Bells softball field. Bells on top. Here's the pitch. Ball is high. That is ball 4. Your bases are loaded here for the Bells. 1 out here in the bottom of the first inning. Bells doing some damage here against this Lady Blue Devil team.
Batting for the Bells, number 13, Simplicity Chapa.
Alrighty, now here is number 13, Simplicity Chapa. Coach Jenna Trevino on the third base giving orders here. As that pitch is high for ball 1.
Ball 1.
Alrighty, let's see here what Chapa can do. Here's the pitch. Oh, there's a hit out to center field. Good hit right there by Chapa. Brings in another run. Will bring in 2 runs. A single right there by Simplicity Chapa. Brings in 2 runs. That brings your score now 9-0 in favor of the Bells.
19, Haley Menchaca.
Now here we have Haley Menchaca up to bat. Here's the pitch. Ball is high for ball number 1. Brings the count now to 1 ball and no strikes here, Menchaca. Monte Alto needs to find a rhythm here. Haven't been able to find one. Bells so far so good. Here we go. Here's the pitch. Ball is high. As Chapa will steal. It will steal second. And here comes another run. Caitlin Mireles was able to steal home plate. Brings your score now 10-0 in favor of the Bells. Alrighty, here's the pitch. And that's a pop-up out to left field. And the left fielder was not able to catch it. As that will be a double by Menchaca. She's able to bring in another run. Chapa was able to come in. Brings your score now 11-0 in favor of the Blue Devils. Excuse me. 11-0 in favor of the Bells.
Batting for the Bells, number 11, Ava Hernandez.
Up next to bat here for the Bells, we have number 11, Ava Hernandez. All right, here's the windup. Here's the pitch. And that is in there for strike one. Alrighty, here's the pitch. High for
Ball high for ball one.
ball one. Pitch was high for ball one, brings the count now at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out here in the bottom of the. Some damage here against this Lady Blue Devil team. There's a hit out toward left field. Left fieldman will not make the catch. For the Bells is Menchaca. A double right there by Hernandez.
Up back for the Bells, number 6, Kylie Cisneros.
Alrighty, here is now number 6, Kylie Cisneros. That pitch is low.
Ball one.
Menchaca will steal third base. Now if Cisneros can bring in Menchaca. Here we go. Here's the pitch. There's a hit out to center field. And it looks like the center field. Home run by Kylie Cisneros. What a hit right there by Cisneros out in between left field and center field. A 2-run home run. And it looks like we will have a timeout here by Monte Alto. We'll be back.
Because they can't, right? Because they
Yeah. And then number 11.
Sorry,
Number 11 is Ava Hernandez. Yeah. That we did it.
This is the first that we've done. Something happened, I don't know if school was closed or so I haven't been able to get back into my rhythm. The last one I did was the alumni game. Now
Number 4, Bella Cantu.
Alrighty, folks, we are now back. Here is number 4, Isabella Cantu. Here's the windup, here's the pitch. And that ball is low for
Ball 2.
ball 2. Count now is 2 balls and no strikes here on Cantu. Alrighty, folks, waiting on that pitch. Here it is, wind up, pitch. Ball low for ball 3. Brings the count now, 3 balls, no strike. And that ball was nowhere near the plate. So that'll be ball 4. Cantu will take her base. Alrighty, bringing up next here to the bat is number 2, Kayleen Sanchez. As that ball is low for ball 1. Alrighty. Here's the pitch.
Ball high for ball 2.
Ball is high for ball number 2. One out here in the bottom of the first inning. Bells being dominant here against the Lady Blue Devils. Here's the next pitch. The ball's high for ball 3.
Ball 3.
Brings the count now to 3 balls and no strikes.
Batting for the Bells, number 9, Bella Cervantes. Top of the lineup, number 1, Andrina Trevino. Ball 1.
Apologize, folks, was dealing with some paperwork right here. So here we go. We got 2 ladies on for the Bells. As we have number 1 back to the top of the lineup, Adriana Trevino batting. Count now is 2 balls and no strikes. Third base coach, Coach Jenna Perez, calling the plays here. Here we go. Ball is high. That is ball 3. Monte Alto close to loading the bases once again. 2 outs now here in the bottom of the first inning. Alrighty, here's the pitch. And that ball's high for ball 4. Bases are now loaded here for the Bells. Up next to bat here for the
Up to bat, number 3, Caitlin Mireles.
Bells is number 3, Caitlin Mireles. Bells are very dominant here in the bottom of the first inning. There's a swing and a miss right there by Mireles. And our Bell that was at second base almost went to third. And our Bell at third didn't move, so almost got caught right there. Good thing now everybody is safe here. Coach Jenna Perez pumping up Mireles. Here we go. See, Mireles can get a hit here. There's a hit out there to the pitcher. Pitcher throws it off to first. Out in time for out number 3. Bells with a dominant 15-0 scoring here in this district matchup. We'll be right back. Oh, I apologize, folks. The score is still 14 to 0.
Take a moment to give a very special shout out and heartfelt thank you to one of our incredible softball parents, Tracy Esquivel Garcia. She organized and ran a fantastic fundraiser to support our softball program, and we're excited to announce that the funds raised will be donated directly to the Bells softball program. We thank those who bought to help support our softball program. For prize number 6, we are starting with a $50 gas gift card, and the winner is Melissa Gonzalez. Prize number 5 is a Stanley tumbler, and the winner is Maria Cicero. If you are at the game, you may collect your prizes at the concession stand. Thank you.
Alrighty, folks, we're now back here, now approaching the top of the second inning. Bells are now here on defense, as now Monte Alto is up to bat. Let's see if they can get some runs here. Alright. Here is a wind up at the pitch. That pitch is outside for ball 1. There's a hit, and that is a foul ball, bringing the count now to 1-1 strike here on the batter from Monte Alto. Alrighty, here we go. Mireles getting ready. Wind up. Here's the pitch. And that pitch is outside for ball 2.
Ball 2.
Bringing the count to 2 balls and 1 strike here for the Monte Alto batter. Alright, Mireles is the wind-up pitch. And the ball is low for ball 3. Hoping Mireles doesn't lose the batter here. Just needs to get 2 more strikes. Here we go. Wind up pitch. There's a swing and a miss for strike 2. Bringing the count full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. And that was ball 4. Batter will take her base.
Batting for the Blue Devils, number 6, C. Molina. Ball high for ball 1.
First pitch is a ball for ball 1 here for the Monte Alto batter. Monte Alto does have 1 girl on first base. No outs here in the top of the second inning. Mireles pitching. See if she can get out of this inning. Here's the windup pitch. There's a foul ball right there. As it looks like there was a hit by pitch, I believe. And it looks like our catcher, Simplicity Chapa, is getting checked on. And I believe she told Coach Chapa and Coach Bettis that she is good. Monte Alto has 2 players on base. Mireles now in a little bind here. No outs here on the top of the first inning. Here's the windup. Here's the pitch. There's a swing and a miss for a strike 1.
Swing and a miss for strike 1.
Wind up in the pitch. There's a hit out toward third base, and unfortunately, Antu was not able to secure the ball. That is a single. Bases are now loaded here for the Lady Blue Devils. Bells need to try to find their groove here on defense. Alrighty, here's the pitch. Outside for ball 1. There's a swing and a miss right there.
Swing and a miss for strike.
Strike 1. Alright, here's the windup, here's the pitch. And that pitch is low for ball 1. No outs here in the top of the second inning. Monte Alto is threatening to score here. 14-0 is your score in favor of the Bells. Bells have a hefty lead. Let's see what Monte Alto can do here. That ball is high for ball 2. Mireles has to be careful here with the count now, as catcher Simplicity Chapa is going to go out there to have a little meeting, a little time out, as Mireles is 2 pitches away from possibly walking in a batter. Let's hope that doesn't happen here. So the Bells have a quick little meeting on the mound to get everything situated. Alrighty, Mireles is ready. Here we go. Wind up. Here's the pitch. There's a swing and a miss for strike 2. Mireles just needs one more strike to get this batter out. Let's see if she can do it. Alrighty, here's the wind up. Here's the pitch. And there's a swing and a miss for strike 3. Mireles was able to get the batter out. Here we go. Base is still loaded here for the Lady Blue Devils. And now the Bells just need 2 more strikes to get out of this inning right here. Let us see if they can do that. Here's the pitch. Get out to the pitcher. As the runner from third has no choice but to go to home. Mireles decided to throw. Instead of throwing it to first, decides to throw to home. And that is out number 2. So now let's see if the Bells can get this last out here in the second inning. Alrighty. Here's the windup. There's the pitch. In there for strike 1.
Strike 1.
Alrighty. As the pitch right there, that is a foul ball. That brings the count out to no balls and 2 strikes here on the batter for the Lady Blue Devils. Mireles just need 1 more strike in order to get out of this inning here. Here's the windup, here's the pitch. Oh, there is a pop-up right there. Let's see they catch it. Bells are able to get that pop up. The catch right there was made by the second baseman, Kayleen Sanchez. Bells are able to get out the inning with no run scored by the Monte Alto Blue Devils. We'll be right back. Score some more runs here. Pitches out there for ball number 3. Brings the count out 3 balls and 1 strike. As Coach Bettis down the third base line is giving Simplicity some coaching right there. All right, wind up in the pitch. Oh, and there's a hit. A pop up right there by Chapa. Third baseman gets under it for out number 1. Bringing up next here to bat for the Bells is number 19, Haley Menchaca.
Batting for the Bells, number 19, Haley Menchaca.
All right, it wind up in the pitch. Ball right there is in the dirt. As there is a hit right there by Menchaca. She was able to get to first base.
Let's go, baby.
Alrighty, here's the windup, and there is a hit right there by Hernandez, and the left fielder could not get the ball, as Menchaca was able to come home.
Number 19, safe at home. Number 11,
Ava Hernandez with a triple right there. Brings your score now 15-0 in favor of the Bells.
Ball one. Foul ball.
Alrighty, we have batting now next for the Bells is number 6, Kylie Cisneros. As the count now is 1-1 strike. Cisneros in the first inning with a massive 2-run home run. Let's see if she can get a hit right here to bring in Hernandez. And there's a swing and a miss for strike 2. Brings the count now for 1-2 strikes here on Cisneros. Alrighty, here's the windup. And the pitch is too high right there for ball 2. Brings the count now to 2-2 strikes here on Cisneros. Alrighty. Here's the windup pitch. And there's a foul ball right over us. Brings the count still at 2-2 strikes. Alrighty, here's the pitch. Cisneros hits one down the first base line. That is fair. She will bring in Hernandez. Cisneros goes to second base with a double.
Up next to the Bells.
Ranger score now 16-0 in favor of the Bells. Alrighty. Here batting next for the Bells, we have number 4, Isabella Cantu. Alright, the pitch low right there, as that is ball 2. Brings the count out of 2-2 and no strikes here on Cantu. Alright, here's the next pitch. There's a hit to a shortstop. The shortstop can't get it, as Cantu is safe right there with a single. And Cisneros does advance to third base. Bringing up next here to bat for the Bells is number 2, Kayleen Sanchez. Alrighty, here we go. Oh, and there is a hit right there by Sanchez. And the shortstop was able to get the pop out. Was able to get the out. As there's now 2 outs here in the bottom of the 2nd inning for the Bells.
Batting for the Bells, number 9, Bella Cervantes.
Alrighty, batting up next here for the Bells, we got number 9, Isabella Cervantes. 2 runners on for the Bells. See, Cervantes can bring them in. First ball is low for ball 1. Cisneros thought about stealing, but she decided not to.